Hello, my darlings. How are all of you? I'm so glad to see you here again. And I'm just so happy to say that I have a new book by Berkeley that I love so much. And it's called Flawed Dogs. You know what a flaw is? It's when something's wrong with something. It doesn't look quite right. And you can see this dog, and this is a dog that inspired another book by Berkeley where he's got a golfing club as a leg. And his main book called Flaw Dogs, that's for grown-ups and teenagers and stuff to read, talk about this woman that used to judge all the Madison Square Garden's best dog shows, and how she fell in love with this little dog that just had 3 legs and was just the most pitiful thing, and it became the dog of her heart forevermore. So on that note, I'll go ahead and start reading this. There are little poems about all the different dogs that, in fact, these dogs used to be at a like dog pound or a rescue place. And so they were actually based on real dogs. And I think all of them found homes. So that's wonderful. All right. So here's, I love what he did on the inside. Look at all that great stuff. It's a map and a leash and a dog biscuit for where you can find, where they found all of these wonderful dogs. All right. This one is from Piddleton, Vermont, population 327. And then it said people 243. And first we have the fancy lady, probably the lady that used to judge the Westminster Dog Show. And then here's the other lady. And I guess he's comparing the different kinds of ladies that might love dogs. All right. Enter Heidi's Gallery of Champions for 2004. So like I said, these dogs have already been found, and that's what it says here. Gallery of Champions. Okay, we have little Bipsy. And little Bipsy, and then I'll read a little something about Bipsy. Bipsy was bought to replace the dearly departed Sweetface, a beauty in blues, with some parts chartreuse. She clashed with the whole bloody place. And this is the depiction of that little dog. See the pink dots. I love his drawings. Okay, and here's Noodles. Here's Noodles, and here's the original picture. And then, oh, what's he doing? Sleeping with the older man and lady. Noodles. Noodles never understood the line his tongue was crossing when he roamed the neighborhood and did his mental flossing. And this is a picture of Noodles, and an imaginary, of course, of his tongue going through the ears of both Mr. and Mrs. Dog Owner. Love that imagination. Tina. If Tina, I'll show you the picture in a minute. If Tina were a rhinoceros, she wouldn't seem so preposterous. But then she ain't. Hence the complaint. And here's what Tina did to the mailman. Almost like a rhinoceros, isn't she? Cute. Oh, look at this little guy, Lulu. Lulu. Here's Lulu, and here's Lulu with the tennis balls. She's got a fancy owner, doesn't she? Lulu was no looker, an awkward nightingale. To the pound they took her, accessorizing failed. So I guess, oh, so then there's some of these stories are about dogs that they took to the pound and why they took them. But I think she got an owner. Somebody came in and loved her. And here's Rollo. 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 Sister Sue was slow to see the spots on gentle Rollo. But after Bishop noticed he, Sister strolled on solo. Guess they didn't like the looks of the dog. Titus. Do you want to see Titus? Titus, look at that doggy. There's the groomer. Titus was a birthday gift from Bubba's mama Wenty. Bubba wanted a bulldog mix and got one mixed aplenty. So this bulldog was mixed with a poodle. What a cool looking dog. They got a mix, all right. Jeeves 5. Oh, Jeeves? They're pretending that Jeeves can fly with his big flappy ears like a kite. Jeeves 5. Flimsy Jill Gawky picked Jeeves up for his jowls, then moved to Milwaukee, where winds always howl. One day on a walkie, she threw in the towel. She flew. Pete. Oh my goodness, look at Pete. Pete, I think he's got a little gas problem there. Let's see what happens with Pete. The Bibbles found they could no longer quibble. The problem with Pete went past iffy kibble. So Pete had a gas problem, even when they changed his diet. Blew that little kid right off his feet. Peppy. Look at Peppy. 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 Peppy has set his crossed eyes on winning a dog show grand prize. He looks in the mirror and glamour appears. He'll win when a pig up and flies. I don't know why he couldn't win best dog. Do you want to see Willy Wonka? Look, he climbed up that lady's nose, Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka, a pup we'll call Willy Wonka, was left by Helen from Yonker. For size he's middlin', but loves his nibblin'. He could not resist Helen's honker. Sometimes they call noses honkers. So he climbed up her nose and she relinquished him to the pound. Here we come, Buttercup. Look at Buttercup. Stripey, like his owner. Buttercup. Before Babs went to heaven, she got tightened up. Nips and tucks, counting 7. Same for Buttercup. So they're saying she had facelifts. And pulled the face back. And she even had her dog have facelifts. I'm not sure I would ever do that, but life is long. Heather. Look at Heather, fluffy Heather. Meet Heather with plenty of hair. She figures it better than Bear. Miss Pop kicked her out, for she had a doubt whether any of Heather was there. Look, she stuck her fingernail right through Heather. She was like a puffball. But then someone adopted her at the pound. The lost and found dogs. How about Ibu? Ibu. Ibu came completely loaded, a perfect pet with plug. But out of the box he downloaded right there upon the rug. So they're saying he's an eye dog, and he downloaded, instead of technology, some poo. Quite the technical dog. Ben, look at this cute dog. This kid doesn't seem to be enjoying that dog. Ben. The Finns wanted twins, but got only Mackin. So in came dear Ben, whose looks were found lackin'. A flop as Finnkin, poor Ben was sent a packin'. But somebody adopted him, saved him, and loved him so much. And here's Sal. Look, Sal's running under this lady, and she's dropping all her plates. There's cats and dogs, and here's Sal. It seems no one wants her. Her ends will stroll off and wander. A long doggy weenie of noisy linguini, Sal barks at her butt way down yonder. Of noisy linguine, Sal barks at her butt all the way down yonder. Scared the lady. Barney, look at Barney. He's got tattoos and stuff. Barney's pal had lived to autumn when his years just up and caught him. Now Barney wonders who would want him, with Elvis Presley on his bottom. So do you see he's got Elvis Presley tattooed on his bottom. I like his tattoos. He didn't really have tattoos, but it reminded the illustrator of a dog with tattoos. Okay, here's Spanx. Spanx. There's something about Spanx that no one dismisses. This dog doesn't bark, but quite often hisses. Don't fetch no ball, but eats tuna fishes. We'll say it right here. Something's amisses. Something's amisses. I think he's a cutie. You know, see Sam the Lion? It's the one that's on the cover. Sam the Lion. Sam the Lion. A mystery past, a stray from East Soho, a refugee from research labs. The rest we cannot know, except the day he rose to win Westminster Best in Show. One brief golden moment, then they saw 3 paws below. Because he just had 3 legs. I had a kitty that only had 3 legs for about 20 years. I loved her. And here's the last one. This looks like a famous sculpture. So in this world of the simple and odd, the bent and plain, the unbalanced bod, the imperfect people and differently pawed, some live without love. That's how they're flawed. And my wish is that everyone would have love, and every little dog, every little cat would have love. And this person's binding up this dog, things that are wrong, and then has all these other dogs. Just loving them. Just love. That's all we need, right? Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. I love those dogs, and I think they all got adopted. And I like that he made this book for us. And I like that Jonathan Cleet loaned us this book. Thank you, Jonathan. See you next time.